Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Prince Macau Q&A. We've only done this, I believe, once. And yes, I'm going to answer every single question. Why? Because I love questions. It's one of my favorite things ever to do. Remember in high school we did a thing called the Socratic method. And it's where like a circle of people would ask you a question. Like each one would ask one question. I loved it. But then they started asking me my favorite color. Like who cares? Who cares about my favorite color? But anyway, here we go. We have a long Q&A here, and we're going to have the giveaway at the end. And you know what? I'm feeling generous today. I felt like I haven't done a lot of giveaways. There was 4 entries. I know some people have PlayStation, some people have PC. Some people might already have the Gears of War 1 and Judgment. Let me also remind you all, you don't need to play the other ones to play Judgment. Judgment's way off. It is, it's before 1, I believe. But anyway, because I just beat that game, because I got it for Games for Gold, so I don't need my copy. But anyway, I'm going to give out both Gears of War 1 and Gears of War Judgment away. How about that? There was 4 entries, so you know what that means? You have a 50% chance of winning. That's right. But another thing is we're gonna do the Q&A first. So I'll get into that at the last part. Also, subscriber night is coming, and let me announce this. This is going to be one of the biggest announcements yet. Guess how many people you have to choose from? 90. 90 of my characters. 90. Oh my goodness. The biggest sub night yet. You better win this one. You better win it. But anyway, let's go down to the comment section, and I need to read it off here. Evan Ramirez. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He said, "Why did you kill Vortex or Vortox?" Basically, 2 shows I love is Game of Thrones and Walking Dead. And the biggest reason I love, especially Game of Thrones, anybody can die. That's how life is. You know, you watch some of these other shows, no one ever dies. Nobody that's important dies. That you always expect it, or you always see it coming. On those shows, they don't play. They don't play. So I want to make my storytelling shocking as can be. But of course, Cynthia Cell, they're just sick people. So they decided the world champ. That shouldn't have happened. But anyway, Daniel Faulkner, now he had 6 questions. You know what, Daniel? I know I said just 5 at the most, but I'll answer all 6. How about that? I'm sorry to everyone that wanted to ask 6 questions. Is that because they're separate anyway? Because I feel like one has to do with last week and stuff that hasn't been quite answered yet. But Daniel asked, "Is that escapee going to be on the channel now?" They're coming. You can count on that. They are coming. They may not come next week. I'm not telling you when they're coming, but they're going to come. He also asked, "Who do you think is going to win the 2017 Royal Rumble?" And some of these questions, I got to be honest with you, I don't know. I honestly do not know. I haven't watched wrestling for quite some time. If I would have to guess, and this is not totally an answer, I think someone's going to come back and win the Rumble. Somebody's going to just come back that no one sees coming. That's who I'm guessing. I don't know exactly who. Like I said, I haven't watched it. He said, second question, could you include Shinsuke Nakamura? I'm sorry, dude. I know who he is. In 2k17, And, you know, it could happen. We've seen a little invasion by WWE characters, so I'm still debating whether we should do that or not. What you guys tell me? Because we got a lot to do, and I got little time to do it. Another question, and he asked a question that other people asked, so I'm not going to answer that one, and I'll answer that one on theirs. So that'll make it 5. But don't worry, the other people asked the same, but he's got 2 other questions. Who is your favorite superstar on Monday Night Raw? Like I said, I haven't watched it forever, but I did do some research, and on the roster, I went on WWE.com because I wanted an answer, and I also looked up who that one guy was. Mark Henry would have to be my favorite. Now, I know he doesn't do a lot of things, but they have, like, he has great potential. I love Mark Henry. I think he's great. My mom calls him John Henry. I don't know why. But I love Mark Henry. He is the world's strongest man. And when he was that world champion and ECW champion, wow, WWE was so entertaining. And I'll tell you the best thing, and this is kind of a spoiler, but for past WWE shows, that one of my favorite WWE moments of all time is when Mark Henry faked his retirement. It was a classic. And John Cena just goes to give him a hug, and he just does the world's strongest slam on him, and he goes like, "I still got enough in the tank." But anyway, I love Mark Henry, and for that reason, it is definitely him. Also, for the SmackDown, I looked up the SmackDown roster. Randy Orton, man, I mean, me and my cousin, we love Randy Orton. He's great. He's just great. My favorite move by him, I love his RKOs, of course, but my favorite move is when he like throws someone in the ropes and does this like power slam. You know what I'm saying? Where he like picks him up and then throws him down on the ground with him laying on the ground. You know what I mean? I don't know the exact move. But anyway, let's go to the next questions. I won't answer his 5th question because it's on some other people's questions. I mean his 6th question, but he'll still get the answer. The Die, ooh, new guy. I haven't seen him on here before. He asked, "Will Harambe ever get a title shot?" He probably will. He probably will. Probably not the world championship, but he will get a title shot. For sure, probably. I'm not 100%, but it's most likely. Now, it may be the Intercontinental United States hardcore. Who knows? Who knows? Could Ken and Newson get a shot at the tag team championship? It could happen later on down the road, but who's going to beat the Hunters? I mean, like, they cannot beat the Hunters. I try to have a little bit of logic on my channel. Those two cannot beat the Hunters. They don't have a chance at all. But it could happen. But like I said, if the Hunters ever get beat, it's going to be have to be by a team that is really, really good. And then Ken and Newsom would have to face a team that beat the Hunters. So at the end of the day, I don't know if that's going to happen. Will Scorpion be at the Royal Rumble? If you're talking about Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, he was in my last one. So I know this was put up before that. So that question's already been answered, but they didn't know. Also, can you put the angry video game nerd in WWE 2k17? If you haven't seen his videos, go watch them. They're funny. I don't know yet, but I will go watch his videos. I actually feel bad because I didn't do homework on that question. I thought it was just a character he wanted me to put on there, but apparently this this guy has some videos as well. And will Keemstar show up in 2K17? If you're talking about the regular Keemstar from the big famous YouTube channels, I don't really know. I think I've seen his character on the community creations. I know I've seen Leafy, which is a famous YouTuber, but I haven't seen I think I've seen Keemstar, but I don't know about that. You know, I don't want to use their names in my videos because it makes it look like, hey, I'm using their names in my 2K videos to promote my channel by using their names, and that's just bad publicity on my part. So I'm not for sure yet. I don't know about that one. Okay, Time Stopper 50. I'm going through every comment. That's a question. Can you make a rivalry between two people and let them win the tag belts? That is a phenomenal question. I could just go ahead and say there was a rivalry between Broadcast and the Freak, and now they're back in a tag. You never know what could happen. I know they're not going to be facing if they face off with the Hunters. They're not going to be facing off with the Hunters anytime soon. You know, there's other tags. They haven't practiced enough, even though they beat the tar out of Daniel the D and Stay Puft, but they haven't been in enough matches yet. They're slowly getting to the top, and it's going to be really interesting. Also, he asked, can you have a Divas belt and let them be on the show? I do have a Divas championship. So if you're talking about the regular Divas, I'm not for sure yet. Can you have a Divas belt? I do have a Divas belt. But I don't have a lot of Divas on the channel, and I've been meaning to make some because I got one halfway made, and there'll be more Divas matches. I'm trying. You know, it is so hard because there's not a lot of Divas. And I know I can make so many, but then I can't have my 30-man Royal Rumbles in a certain fashion, like video game characters, and then have my other characters. So it's hard to make a lot of Divas, but I do have some, and I brought Tiffany on board. We'll see. I already have a Divas belt, though. Troop Kills. Okay, he has 5 questions. Can you do He-Man versus Hercules? I haven't seen Hercules. I'll look for him. I haven't. He-Man might be on there. I know Skeletor was on there. I'll have to look into it. What got you into YouTube? I know a lot of people ask that. I have a lot of. There was a lot of motivations. First of all, I wanted to do my own thing. I have my own ideas. I thought I didn't think at first I'd get anywhere with it. I saw all these other channels just grow out of nowhere, and you know, it took time. I've been doing this since I believe my freshman year of college. I'm not for sure. Maybe that's summer before freshman year of college. Been doing it for quite a while, and I'm a senior now. Yeah. So for that, there was a couple channels that made me want to do YouTube. There was a couple times where I thought that it's hard to explain. You know, I wanted to go into YouTube because I thought it was cool and I thought I could get a lot of people off the bat, and I cared about getting a lot of subs at first, and that was my big problem. I wasn't true to myself. And I used old games. Old games don't cut it. You got to use the brand. You can't play SmackDown versus Raw 2011 and when WWE 2k13's out and expect subscribers out of nowhere. You know, at first I didn't do I didn't do my channel right. I didn't. I had the dazzle. That's on my 2K14 videos. That's not great quality. That counts some people out, even though I've got some really high views from it. But yeah, for a dazzle, which is pretty amazing. Well, I just love doing this. I didn't realize I loved doing it until I got about 1,000 subs. So, then it became like addicting heroin. This channel did. What is your favorite wrestler? Oh, I don't know. I honestly do not know. There's so many. I can't answer that. I'm sorry. I just can't answer that. This one guy did a top 10, so we'll see from there. He asked me my top 10 favorite wrestlers, but I don't know my favorite. What is your favorite type of match? When playing the game, I usually like Extreme Rules the best. That's my favorite because you can choose so many weapons. Watching or Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble, definitely. In real life and on the game, Royal Rumble is really good as well. And 5, hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good day too, Troop Kills. So, there's his, and thanks for liking my hat. The Five Nights at Freddy. Five Nights at Freddy, sorry. Okay. Oh, we had 5 entries. It's a good thing I double checked. See how I am? But anyway, AJ Plitt, who was the other entry, I completely forgot, but it's a good thing I haven't done it yet. What happened to Vortox? He got blew up. That's what happened to him. He tried to stop the guy from getting in the center of the ring because it would make, a bigger, devastating blow, and it could go throughout. With how he landed that DDT, it either went up in the air or in the barricades beside of him, and of course a couple people that were in the front of the barricades died as well. So yeah, that's what happened. The guy was nuts that did that. He was part of Cynthia Cell, so that's what happened. Anyway, Jairo Fernandez, is Quan Chi still the pizza champion? And this is embarrassing to say this. First of all, I probably didn't pronounce your name right. That's pretty embarrassing. But Jairo Fernandez, I hope... I just can't do it. I can't pronounce. It's not the name, It seems like a simple name to say, but let me just go ahead and say this. This is embarrassing. I don't know who the pizza champion is. I believe it's not Quan Chi. I believe it's the Predator. If I would have to guess, I believe I'm right, too. So I believe the Predator is the pizza champion. Flipman asked, what is your first ever console? Now, I don't mean to badmouth everyone that asks questions, but Flipman asked the best ones. I thought he asked some really good questions that that no one else thought of. They were, except for number 4, it was kind of the same as some of the other people. What was my first ever console? The PlayStation 2. That was my first ever console. If you want to count a Game Boy Advance, that's not really a console, but that was my first. But the PlayStation 2, the GameCube, then the 360, then the Wii, then the PlayStation 3. Then I got another 360, sold my PlayStation 3 and Wii, which I highly regret. Never do that, because I wish I had them now. I just needed the money. And then I got an Xbox One. So, I've never had a PS4, and I don't plan on getting a Wii U. No offense to Nintendo people. What is your favorite video game? I'm going to cheat it again. Favorites are hard. I've been around for a good while, and it's hard to pick a favorite. However, I do have a favorite movie. He asked that. But my favorite video game is between 2 games, and they're so much different, it is hard to choose. It is either Halo 3, which is a great game, or let me get the other one. You all will get excited. Or this bad mama jamma called Resident Evil 4, which it might be, I don't know. It's just so hard. Halo 3 has some great memories, but Resident Evil 4, this is one bad mama jamma. I'll tell you that. It's so good. It is so good. And like when you shoot someone in the leg, they just go, their leg actually, it's so cool. I just love this game. I am frightened by those chainsaw people. I wish they'd lay off. But anyway, some of the puzzles I don't like in this game, and of course I don't like the level on Halo 3 with the earwax. That's what I call it. It's like the floods zone and the guy's going, I really do not like that level. And on this one, I don't like some of the puzzles, and I don't like one of the boss fights because it ticks me off. But it's between those two. But I do not like. I love Halo 3. I love the Arbiter. I love that character. But I do not like that one level in Halo 3 as well, where the earwax level. That's what I call it. It's like you're walking in someone's ear that's full of wax. But anyway, what is your favorite movie? Easy. I can actually answer that one. It is The Dark Knight. The Joker was one of the best performances of all time. You best believe it. It was a great movie. There's a lot of close ones, but that movie I've watched over and over and over again. I know Spider-Man 2 is another good one, but I love The Dark Knight, and I'm a Marvel guy, but I cannot deny the greatness of Heath Ledger, R.I.P. Why did you start doing YouTube? I just wanted to get. I just wanted to express my creativity. I should have answered that with the last time. That's kind of the same question. Okay, Jaden Harry, when did you stop watching wrestling? When the Shield broke up. And when I looked at that roster last night trying to answer Daniel Faulkner's questions, some of those characters on that roster, and I hope no one gets offended by this, but some of those characters were just loons to me. I did not dig it. I did not dig looking at that roster. I'll tell you what, the Divas seem like they've improved a lot. I'd probably enjoy a Divas match more than I would enjoy a regular match, which I enjoy those a lot anyway. But yeah, that's probably when the Shield broke up. I stopped. I did not like that. I loved the Shield. I like Nexus, even though Nexus is a bad team. When one of the greatest, besides Mark Henry slamming John Cena, was when Nexus attacked John Cena, and for the first time, it was the first time they ever debuted. I remember watching that. I was like, "What is going on?" I was losing my mind. And that was probably my favorite moment. And of course, I haven't watched the old schools because that wasn't my time frame. So, but that was a shocking moment. I think we were all just like, or when the Miz won the championship. Oh, that was shocking too. But when they lost the Shield, I was done. What made you do this story? Well, I like to write books, and they're so hard to do. And and with this channel, it is so much easier. And it seems like I probably would get more people than I would selling the book. So I have more ideas outside of the story. These characters I'm putting out right now. Some of them have no relevance to my other stories. There's some great ideas. I just don't share them because you never know. Someone could see this, write a book on some of the characters I've been hiding. But like I said, it's so hard to write a book. Which is better, Naruto or Goku? I'm going to bring something else here. Wait a second. Okay, obviously, I've never seen Naruto. That's how you pronounce it. So I like Goku better. But Jaden Harry, it's all about Vegeta. It is all about Vegeta. I know you didn't ask that, but I'm going to put it in that question. It is all about Vegeta. This man works hard. I love the Vegeta workflow. I love Vegeta. He's my favorite character. Favorite Dragon Ball Z character. He's so arrogant, and you know what? I love it. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Okay, someone else asked that. It was Daniel Faulkner's. I have so many. I love movies. I do not watch a lot of video games, but like I said, favorite again, I have about 3 favorites. You can all check them out. For movies, I have Schmoes Know. That is probably my favorite of all. And for TV, Video games, Dan Q8000. He's the one that really inspired me to do these. Well, I saw him do them, and I was like, man, this is cool. I want to do this. Now, he does Let's Plays, which I don't have time for, but it's a very good channel. Very good channel. And number 3 for reaction videos. I like reaction videos to like Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. It's definitely going to be Blind Wave. Blind Wave's enough. It's between probably Blind Wave and Schmoes No, and then Dan's after them, but they're my favorites. What was your first match on your channel? I don't know. I honestly do not know. I deleted some videos, because I shouldn't have done it, but I don't know. It was on 2011 though. And okay, Regina Montgomery. Here's some questions. I think Harambe summoned him for revenge. That's not really a question, but it'll work. No, Harambe didn't do it. You have no idea who did it. No one has guessed it. Regina Montgomery asks again, what is your favorite dog breed? I don't know. I don't have. My stepmom has a dog that's like mixed golden retriever and mixed something else. That's my favorite. I'm not a big fan of Rottweilers or Pit Bulls or German Shepherds. Those kind of dogs kind of scare me. I got to be honest. I'd probably say the golden retriever. It's so friendly. Even though, like, when I was a kid, I thought I got attacked by a dog when I was a kid, so I'm not, like, a big fan. But I've gotten out of that being scared of them a lot. But I don't like them jumping on me. So, and I wish I could like dogs. I wish I could like them better. Okay. So, Victor Contreras, I think that's how you pronounce it. He had 3 questions for me. Is Bonnie related to the bunny, Nightmare Bonnie? Technically not. But you never know what could go on this channel. We could always change that. Also, he asked, did the crazy cameraman die in the explosion? No, he didn't. He probably found that out on the last episode. Like I said, this was before the last episode. No, he didn't. And kind of unfortunately, because he won't stop aiming his camera at people's foot, the back of their head. He's really a creep. We might want to do a background check on him. And is the Blue Neck a big fan of Christmas? No, he's not a fan of nothing but the world title. That's a good question. That's a good question, though. I like that question. PewDiePie Junkie. He had a few questions for me. Favorite real-life Royal Rumble match? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. Honestly, don't know, because like I said, I love the Royal Rumble. I believe Edge won one time. I might have liked that one. I'm not for sure. That one was good where Kane eliminated tons of people. I don't know the exact. I didn't do my homework. Sorry. He also asked favorite YouTubers. Well, I already said Dan Q8000, Schmoes No, and what was it? Blind Wave. So I'll give you some more. I like Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, the Normies. Love the Normies. Their reaction as well. Video game ones. What's his name? Stopey? Is that his name? He's like I believe that's his name, Stopey. He plays scary games and he reacts to them. He is so funny. He was one of my favorites when I first got on YouTube. He was one of my favorites. And just like, I think some of his stuff doesn't come up when he uploads or something, and I always forget to watch his videos. And then Dan, I started watching his. So, yeah, yeah. Those YouTubers. There's some more, but any living grandparents or great grandparents, unfortunately not. Um, and, yeah. But I'll tell you one thing. I do have my stepmom still has her mother, so I consider her a grandparent as well. But no, no. What state do you live in? If not America, what country? Um, I live in West Virginia, America. West Virginia. I'm not giving you nothing else, though. Yeah, I don't know who you are. I don't know, but it's West Virginia. I don't live in another country. I've never been to another country. However, I've been to California before. Your top 10 wrestlers of all time. I did my homework. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. Now, these aren't in order because I don't have a favorite. The Rock. Trish Stratus. If you want to count divas, I'm going to count them in. Bobby Lashley. Love Bobby Lashley. One of my favorites. Underrated. Rey Mysterio. Triple H. CM Punk. AJ Lee. Mark Henry. Edge. He's probably my favorite, but when they put him with Vicky Guerrero, it just totally ruined it for me. And for number 10, I forgot number 10. Mark Henry. or, like my mom would say, John Henry. Because he's still alive. Okay, Lucas Haggett. We're up at his... this has been so long. Let me see. Oh my goodness, it's 32 minutes! I'm sorry. Is there a good chance we'll see Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony on your channel? We want more divas. They probably aren't going to make that character. Sorry about that. I don't think that. I'll look out for it. I'm guessing they're not going to make that character. If anyone tells me that they do, I would gladly put it in. But like I said, I don't like his third question. Yeah, I'm like I said, I don't know if they have. I'm pretty sure they don't have that character, but I would put it on there. But probably not. Still wouldn't get a lot of matches and stuff because the divas. I'm going to try to build more divas. As you know, you all are going to get excited over this. I've ordered a new controller on Amazon. All right. I'm keeping the other one, though, for, it still works in gameplay. Just choosing stuff is such a bummer. Also, who do you think is hotter? Harley Quinn or Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z? Oh, that's a hard one. That is a hard one. Now, most cartoons, obviously, I don't think is hot, but I'll make an exception for these two. I know when I was a little kid, now this would definitely sound creepy now, but when I was like 5 years old, when I was 5, 6, or 7, around that age period, totally had a crush on Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls. And when I was like 5, it was like Angelica from Rugrats. She was so bossy. She was just totally a boss. But obviously now, but because they're kids. But anyway, but Harley Quinn and Android 18 aren't. But I'm gonna go with Harley Quinn. I love Android 18. I hope that's the girl one. You're not trying to trick me, are you? 17's the boy, I think. Harley Quinn, if we're talking about, it's definitely Harley Quinn. If we're talking about the real life Harley Quinn as well, which I don't think we are. If you're talking about Margot Robbie, oh my God, it's going to be Harley Quinn. But on cartoon wise, it's going to be Harley Quinn as well, but it's closer. She's just crazy and I love it. Does the D in Daniel the D stand for done butter? Oh my goodness. That's a good one. We haven't heard that one yet. I love that one, Lucas. That is a great one. Done butter. I'm going to have to give that one to Ken. No, it actually doesn't stand for that. You all know what the D stands for. But anyway, Garvin Games, and you can make it whatever you want stand for, but you know what it stands for. Garvin Games asks, is Ted Led based on Chuck Norris? No. I can use that once as some comparison because he kind of looked like him with the hair and and stuff and the little beard and stuff. Absolutely not. Ted Ladd was built. If you watch the older videos, he's so generic. He's supposed to be a generic character. He's just a character with an average moveset and that spears people. Power Play has turned him above that. But he was always supposed to be the guy with yellow pants. Darvin Games asks, can Chewbacca be on the channel? He's already been on the channel. He's been on 2k15. But it is so hard to make him. If someone does make him, if I come across him, I haven't checked for him, I would gladly put him on there. Make Ken do a face reveal. We'll have him. Hopefully, I'll build his character when I get that new controller. I can't even make characters right now over that one controller. Okay, so that's Garvin Games. I'm sorry this video's taken so long. We got so many questions, and I told you I'd answer all of them. Corinne Riley, who's your favorite wrestlers? I've already answered that. Sorry, man. Who do you like better, Rico Sanchez or Blue Neck? The Blue Neck, definitely. I love the Blue Neck way better than Rico Sanchez. I like Rico Sanchez, though, but Blue Neck, definitely. Who do you want to win the WWE Royal Rumble? That's kind of different question. I'd love to see, like, Bobby Lashley or I'd love to see Mark Henry win it. I'd like to see the Boogeyman. I don't know. Anybody I really liked. Ed, I would love to see Edge, but he's not coming back. He has that injury, which stinks, Okay, and Rick C. Here comes Rick C. How did Mobster X die? R.I.P. Mobster X. He was part of this vigilante group that punished murderers and all kinds of, really sick people, compared to Ken Zile, which also comes after drug addicts. So Ken Zile's 10 times more radical than Mobster X. Mobster X does break the law. He's a vigilante, but he never punished drug dealers or druggies. Ken Zile wants to terminate them, which is horrible. The addicts need help. They need help. Mobster X, though, he wanted to help them. Ken Zile didn't. That's what broke them up. Mobster X died because some of the people that are, the same as Cynthia Cell, which Cynthia Cell was kicked out of that group. I'm not going to say that group's name, obviously, because it's a big idea that is in one of my books, what their name is and all kinds of stuff about them. But they were kicked out of the group. But that group pretty much found out where Mobster X was, ambushed him, and basically he let off an explosive that took all of them out, including him. So he did go out with a bang, but unfortunately he was one of my favorite characters. And that place just crumbled. No one was left. No one was found, and no one was left. When will Pineapple retire? And sorry. And when will there be a ceremony looking back at his legacy and him saying goodbye to the fans? Probably not soon. Until we get more characters. I could say in the next year, maybe. I don't know. He's still got it in the tank. Like Mark Henry says, I still got a lot left in the tank. I love that. Probably not soon. He's still got a while, and we can't look back on his memories because most of his greatest memories aren't recorded, which stinks. And some of them are on PlayStation 2. When will NXT be up? When will you be allowing fans to enter their calls into your roster? And yes, I will. I've been lazy about that. I haven't thought about that. I've been thinking about the other stuff way too much. I am so sorry about that. We are going to have that soon. I will make an announcement. One guy keeps on asking me, have you downloaded him yet? Have you downloaded him yet? And I keep on saying, I'm going to. Still haven't. But we're going to have a video special for that. Once you're finished with school, this was a phenomenal question. Once you're finished with school, get more time. Do you plan to go on the call league and make like hour-long episodes and multiple hour-long pay-per-views? Here's the answer to that, Rick C. Once I get out of school, I'm definitely going to get a job. And, this YouTube thing could get big. I could start making, I've already made a pretty good amount from it. I haven't cashed it in, though. But I've made a pretty good amount, but it's still not enough to live on. And even if I did have enough to live on, I'm still going to work a job because a lot of people say, oh, YouTube's never going to go down. That's what they told me when I said that. But I said MySpace did it. It's always possible, and most likely it won't. Also, the content could get copyrighted, and then I couldn't make money off of that. And then also, they could just stop making 2K games, which I doubt that's going to happen, but you never know. You always have a backup plan. And it's most likely going to stay like it is, but add more episodes like Raw and SmackDown a week, maybe NXT as well. But they would still stay the same length probably. But also, if we got so big, like 100,000 subscribers, we might start an NBA league and an NFL league. I know William Buttocks. He's still trying to sue me. Well, guess what, William? When we get enough people, probably when we get to maybe 10,000, we might consider NBA. Maybe 25,000. I don't know. We just don't have enough people, and I will include the subscribers on my teams. But it is a lot of work, so I don't know. It's going to be a while. Why is Blue Knight this was a great one too. Why is Blue Knight given so many main event pushes? He's like heel John Cena. Oh, what a great question. First of all, Blue Knight's the son of Mobster X. Mobster X was one of the greatest superstars of all time, along with Pineapple Blast. I'd say Pineapple Blast is a little bit better. Also, Blue Knight, you have seen it before. Even with the computer, he manages to find a way to win. He double kicked us one time, won the Royal Rumble one time, won a world championship one time, defended a world championship, all with the computer. So yeah, he's definitely he's earned some of that success. I have pushed him a lot. I'm trying not to, but you never know. He could win the world title again. Okay, we're almost done. Could you add a tag team? This is Samuel Doherty. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Could you add a tag team? Yeah, he has the last questions here. Could you add a tag team to Rico Sanchez called Samuel the Saint? I don't know. Rico does need a tag partner. We'll see. We'll see. And I personally think that Daniel the D summoned Vortox. Do you think I'm right? I don't mean to be rude. I gotta put a lot of power in this one. You're absolutely wrong. No one has still figured out who has summoned Vortox. It's not Jack Jugular either. And it's not Daniel the D, and it's not Melissa's Asylum. It's not none of them. So you gotta figure this one out on your own, guys. Because there's still some crazy stuff going to happen on this channel. And honestly, one of our subscribers, and usually Rick C, predicts stuff. But now we have another subscriber that's putting on being a great detective and has figured out some stuff, hasn't hit it right on the nail on the head. I will give you a clue. I believe he wasn't on this comment section. So there's your big clue. And then maybe you can figure out what's really going on, because I don't know if it's a he or she. I'm guessing a he, but he's starting to figure out some stuff about Cynthia Sell. So it could be on any video. Just look around in the comments and you'll see some little clues in there. But anyway, I'm not saying his name. And when a reveal comes, I will say it. Like I said, he hasn't hit it right on the head, but he's getting so close it's unreal. So anyway, that is it. We have 5 for the giveaway. I'm going to do that in a separate video. It's going to be, I'll look the same still, but I'm going to just stop this video before I have any interruptions. Sorry it was so long. 45 minutes of questions. If I missed someone, I'm just sorry. I can't go on. I can't go on. It was 45 minutes, 46 now, 46. So whoever stayed on with me the whole time, thank you. You are dedicated. Wow, I answered every single question. Some of them were the same, so I didn't answer those. But wow. And now it is time for the giveaway. Look for subscriber night. It's going to be later this week. I will give you 90 characters to choose from. 90! Oh my goodness. I'll place the rules on that. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're about to do the giveaway. 2 winners, 5 entries. Sorry, good thing I looked through these comments. I would have missed AJ. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. Answered every single question to the best of my knowledge. Thank you. Wow, that was long. Next time, we're just doing a few questions. But that was long. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and now we are doing the giveaway here. I only had 5 contestants. Now, let me tell you, first of all, how this giveaway is going to go. It is going to go like this. Basically, there'll be 2 winners out of 5. You guys have great chances here. It's Gears of War 1 and Gears of War Judgment. Now, you only get 1 of each. You only get 1 of each now. So, whoever wins first, on the comments, put your email address down and put which game you want, and you will get that game. Now, here's the bad thing. If the second person, let's say, wants Judgment and the first person wanted Judgment, then they have to go with Gears of War 1, or they could give it to the third person. You have 7 days to respond. Otherwise, I'm going to give it to one of the other people. But just put your email address down and what gears you want. If you're the second winner, look at the comments and make sure that the first winner doesn't have the same game you want. It's a little complicated. Maybe we should have just did 1. But I don't have any use for these codes, and I got them in this package, so I've already renewed Gears of War 2 and 3. So those worked. So I'm hoping that 1 and 4 Judgment does. If they don't, for some reason, it is what it is. I'm sorry, guys, but most likely they'll work. It's 2 and 3 already have worked for me. I needed those, and also I definitely needed 3 because that's one of my favorites. But 1 and Judgment, you don't have to, win one or the other. It's not like winning 3 and not ever playing 1. Those 2 games are completely different, 1 and Judgment. So our first winner is Garvin Games. Congratulations, Garvin. What a great win here by Garvin Games. Congratulations on the win. Put your email address down. You get first pick, Judgment or Gears of War 1. I'm pretty sure all of these people don't have either one. But congratulations to Garvin Games. AJ, he almost didn't get put in the thing, but I saw his name at the last minute, and it's a good thing I did. Otherwise, he would have complained, and I wouldn't have blamed him. So here we go. Season finale. Who's going to win the last Gears of War? whether it's judgment or one. That's Garvin Games' decision. He gets first decision. He's just got to put his email address and within the next 7 days. Otherwise, someone else is going to win. Pick a random name. Patrick Robbins has won the second pick, which I need to write this down. Now, I'm going to do a third pick just in case nothing happens here. So, obviously, just in case one of these people do not respond, which I'm sure they will, it's the giveaway. But it has been a long time since I put up the first video. So first we had Garvin Games. I'm writing these down. Garvin Games and Patrick Robbins. Now we're going to have the third pick just in case one of these people does not participate. And the third pick is Jaden Harry. So I'm sorry to Rick C. and AJ Plitt. I'm sorry. But that's just how it is. Sorry, guys. So those two have won. Garvin Games, I will notify you guys. You have 7 days to respond. Garvin Games gets the first pick. Patrick Robbins gets the second. So congratulations. Jaden Harry gets third. Why not do a fourth? Just in case Jaden doesn't respond as well. Most likely he will. The first two will, but you never know. Something could happen. I don't want you all hurting them now. Okay, AJ Plitt versus Rick C. Let's do it. And AJ Plitt, I'm sorry, Rick, about that one. So he gets fourth pick and Rick C gets fifth. I'm sorry, Rick. But there we go. And Garvin Games, you're number one. Patrick Robbins, number two. So you all can negotiate on the comment section, or you can do whatever, but Garvin gets first pick. If neither one of them complies, Jaden and AJ Plitt get the picks. If Garvin doesn't comply, it's Patrick Robbins gets the first pick. So it's a little bit complicated there, but next time I'll just do one giveaway. I know I was thinking about doing one, but I got to get rid of these codes. I mean, they're just laying around the house already. I have them on my Xbox, and nobody wants them. I've offered them to people I know. They don't want free stuff now. What's wrong? But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and that is it. Thanks for staying for the Q&A if you did, and thanks for participating in the giveaway.